You're watching Cyprus News from financialmirror.tv. Despite repeated calls from the finance minister, the central bank and business organizations for lower interest rates, the three largest banks in Cyprus have increased their spreads charged on corporate facilities from 1.5% to 2.5% in an attempt to protect margins. With half of the loan portfolios of banks made up of business loans, according to central bank data obtained by the Financial Mirror, the increase in spreads may cost the business community up to 550 million euros. Corporate loans at the end of December 2008 amounted to 27.5 billion euros, or half of all loans given by banks, which totaled 54.71 billion euros. A 2% average increase in lending spreads charged on business facilities means an additional annual cost of 550 million euro, which business people now have to contend with in addition to other woes of declining sales, increased competition and higher expenses. Piraeus Bank is offering competitive loans totaling 150 million euro for small and medium-sized enterprises to coincide with its first anniversary of full banking operations in Cyprus. Piraeus chairman Michalis Salas, who was in Nicosia to mark the occasion, said that having met its objectives, the bank now plans to use Cyprus as a base for its international activities, a decision which was warmly welcomed by Finance Minister Harilaos Stavrakis, who also attended the press conference. Konstantinos Loizidis, chairman and CEO of Piraeus Cyprus operations, said that the loan scheme was finalized after consultations with the finance ministry. Bank of Cyprus is also offering attractively priced loans totaling 1.5 billion euro earmarked for housing, business and the hotel construction industries. Vassos Shiali, Bank of Cyprus Group General Manager in charge of domestic banking, said up to 800 million euro are geared to soft loans for housing and businesses wishing to buy their own premises. Bank of Cyprus has also earmarked a further 100 to 200 million euro for the construction and hotel sectors in need of working capital, while the bank intends to play an active role in the distribution of some 300 million euro under the soft loan packages to be provided by the European Investment Bank. Kyriakos Iakovidis, senior manager for retail banking, said the main emphasis of the loan packages are the attractive pricing, as well as the flexible terms allowing a borrower to postpone payments and tailor them to suit personal needs. Iakovidis also stressed that while other Eurozone member banks advertise their loan prices at much lower levels, the majority are not lending, whereas Bank of Cyprus is taking the initiative to lend money in order to kickstart the economy. The scheme, earmarked for first-time home buyers, offers loans of up to 300,000 euro at 5% during the first 3 years and thereafter at a spread of 2.5% over Euribor's 6 months, with repayment of up to 40 years. The Cyprus Government Stability Programme for 2008-2012, submitted to the European Commission, aims to promote growth and strengthen social cohesion, but will see a return to deficits. The basic scenario calls for real GDP of 2.1% in 2009 and 2.4% in 2010, with recovery gathering pace in 2011 and 12. From the demand side, private consumption growth is expected to slow from 7.2% in 2008 to 3.8%. The Republic of Cyprus will tap international markets to raise 1 billion euro through a bond issued in the first half of 2009, according to Finance Minister Harilaos Stavrakis. He explained that the issue will help in the better planning of the financing needs of the government over the next 5 years, while acknowledging that the investment climate is terrible in international markets. Nevertheless, Cyprus is counting on its relatively better economic criteria to conclude the issue successfully. Trade missions abroad, organised by the Cyprus Chamber of Commerce and Industry, are aimed at promoting Cyprus as a business centre and also to attract foreign direct investments into the country, according to the Chamber's action plan. KEVE President Manthos Mavromadis told the Financial Mirror that the Chamber has signed more than 25 bilateral association agreements with foreign counterparts, placing particular emphasis on developing trade and business with Russia, as well as promoting Cyprus in new emerging markets. In addition to catering to the needs of Gulf Arab states as well as Iran, which is a newly discovered market, Mavromadis wants Cyprus to play a great role in EU-Mediterranean cooperation, which under the initiative of French President Nicolas Sarkozy will be developed among NGOs and businesses. KEVE is the largest business organization in Cyprus, with 5 local chapters, 140 professional associations from all aspects of economic activity and 10,000 members. The Cyprus trade deficit widened to 6.2 billion euro in 2008, according to preliminary data for December. Total exports rose by 7.8% to 1.2 billion euro, while total imports rose by 15.3% to 7.3 billion euro. The EU harmonized consumer price inflation rate dropped to 0.9% over the year earlier in January 2009. The consumer price inflation rate in January was 1.1%, with the biggest increase recorded in the price of food and non-alcoholic beverages. The tourism sector started the year in doldrums as passenger arrivals fell by just over 7% to 47,000 in January 2009, compared with nearly 51,000 in January 2008. Arrivals from the UK fell by 8.5% to 19,800 in January. From Greece, they fell by just over 4% to 6,900, but tourist arrivals from Russia saw an increase of 43% to 2,800. In 2008, tourism arrivals fell by 0.5%, while revenue fell by 3.5%. Thank you for watching the Cyprus news from financialmirror.tv.